G'day guys, down at Warrandyte today. So what the sign states is no prospecting beyond the orange markers, prospecting in the creek bed only. So down at Fourth Hill, there's been a change. Might be because too many fuckwits are digging at the fire track, and all of a sudden we have an orange marker. Don't think I've ever really shown these orange markers before. So this is an orange marker here. There's one at the State Forest down there, down at the sign at the start of the State Forest. So we'll just have a little look over here and see what's going on. See if there's been some destruction and see what may have caused this sudden change. Little sign here might explain something, who knows. No, that's sign, right? No, that's just a managed burn that's going to be going on. Oh, I'll have a look over here. See what's been happening. Looks like people have taken out a fair bit of this fire track now, and this may be the cause of it. So there's the fire track, as you can clearly see over here. That's well and truly into the fire track. We've got a controlled burn going on. If it gets out of control and they have to get into here, there's a possibility they're not going to get through. So thanks to the fuckwits that have probably ruined it for everybody. But that's a shame, isn't it? Alright, I'm going to do some prospecting or some mining, and we'll see how we go. G'day guys, I hope you didn't take me too seriously on the first part of that video. The marker that I showed you is for the drain that runs under the car park into the creek, and it's so any water, excess water that runs down that hill, which is the driveway, can flow into the creek. But I did get contacted and I did get asked about what had changed and what rules and all the rest. So I went on the website, I couldn't find it, and so I thought I'd come and pay the place a visit. Which brings me to my next point, highbanking in the creek. I've been onto the webpage again, and I know there's been a lot of discussion and a lot of people say, no, you can't do that. You're not allowed to run a highbanker. I disagree with that, because on their webpage it clearly states that no mechanical equipment is to be used to prospect. So that's digging tools. If people are interpreting that you're not allowed to use mechanical tools, then guess what? Our highbankers are banned across the whole fucking state, not just at Anderson Creek. It says no only hand tools. It doesn't say you can only use a pan or you can only use a river sluice. It says no mechanical tools, like it says in every place that you go to. You're not allowed to use a mechanical tool. So you're not allowed to use a dredge. You're not allowed to use like these cordless drills that they dig with. You're not allowed to use an excavator. You're allowed to bloody use a shovel, and that's all I'm digging with. I'm digging with a shovel. I'm making the process easier by using a Highbanker. So this is the 8-inch gold rat Highbanker. I've just made my own spray bar that just has a twin outlet. 3,700 gallon a litre pump sitting in a pan, and then I put a large rock on to keep the pump upright. I feel this way it works the best. 30 amp lithium battery should get me about an hour and 45 minutes running this 16 amp hour pump. The only real difference, I suppose, is I run a dredge mat that's made by Doreen mat, and something we can't get in the 8-inch in Australia, but I have to get it brought in for myself from the US. So I'm still fiddling with this thing, haven't done a lot of prospecting with it, so it's a learning curve. If I had a hell of a lot more water, and I'm really considering going the 4,700 gallon an hour pump, I might run a bit less angle on this, but I'm having to run a fair bit of angle just to get it to go. Obviously it's designed for a dredge, but I don't see any reason why you can't use it in a Highbanker. So I'll have a little dig for an hour and a half maybe, or until I can't be bothered anymore, and we'll see what happens. Right guys, probably been running for 30 odd minutes. I'll turn this thing off. So as you can see, still got a fair bit of power on my battery. I'll go down this side. One thing I will mention, I suppose, water pump. When setting up your Highbanker, always have your water pump upstream. I think it probably makes common sense. Always try and dig either in line, so my shovel's just there, in line with the Highbanker, so that you're nice and close, or just above or just below, I suppose. But pretty much in line with the Highbanker. That's the advantage of the Highbanker, I suppose, is setting the thing up and being able to put it where you like, as long as you've got some water to run. Like today, if I had a river sluice, I got no flow really, so I wouldn't be able to run anything. I'd have to pan. Alright, oh, there's a stick. Been pulling up a hell of a lot of metal bars in this area. I've wanted to come into this area for quite some time, and have never been able to get in here. Even now I'm probably about a foot deep, and if there was any more water I'd be in trouble. So I'll have a look and see what's going on. So it's clearing it pretty well. I'd love that to be a bit of gold. It's not going to be, but I'd love that to be a bit of gold. No, just a rock with some sort of golden stuff on there, but not to worry. Might not have any gold. So that's clearing out pretty damn well, I believe. That's pretty good. It will be interesting to see what I'm getting out of it. Now, if there is any gold, or any larger bits of gold, up here I'll probably capture 85% of the gold. Probably say, well, if you're only losing 15%, why have the base? Every little bit counts, and I'll more likely capture finer gold down here in the mat. The coarser gold that gets trapped with the expanded mesh and miner's moss will get trapped up here. More that I just needed a break from digging than anything to show you. what I will do is start up again pretty soon. Just have a drink, start up again pretty soon, and let's see if a little bit later in this video I can show you a little bit of colour. Alright, back soon. Alright guys, probably we'll see where the battery's at. It'll give us a bit better indication what we're doing. Alright, so probably been digging hour, maybe 20 minutes. So probably got about 25 minutes worth of battery left. Somewhere around there. So as you can see, the tailings pile's got a little bit bigger. You got to remember, for those who know the gold wrap legs, you can see how much I've got sticking out from the clamps. So I'm actually fairly deep here to have built the tailings pile up that high. So I moved quite a bit of ground, I think. No, you know, not a lot, maybe a third of a metre or something like that, maybe. I've been seeing indicators which would suggest if there was gold that had dropped out, it may have. And those indicators have been glass. Glasses are heavy, so it could mean sometimes when you're getting a bit of glass, you could be getting a bit of gold. The other things, like really I'd ideally like to see is some lead shot, but haven't seen any of that. Haven't even really looked at this mat just yet to see what's happening, but look, it's clearing out. As you can see by the cells, pretty much the cells, the pockets of the cells are full. There's a little bit there in the bottom of the cell, what I mean, like here. Where are we? Yeah, like here, there. But you can see that's waving. It's clear there. It's waving around, so they're heavies. Haven't seen any gold just yet. I'll try and zoom this thing in. Sometimes, like, I don't know. That could possibly be a piece of gold. We'll find out. Some people may ask, why this particular spot? Okay, so if we look up the creek here, just in that sort of section there, you can see it's very narrow. Even though this creek is fairly straight in this section, it's narrow, but it also now starts widening off. So as you can see there, as you can see there. Now those tailings and stuff there where my drink bottle is and me gimbal case and all that sort of stuff, that's not my tailings pile. I've never actually dug here. I've always wanted to come here for this reason. This section has always been well and truly too deep because we haven't had much rain. I've seen there's an opportunity to have a crack. So as I was saying, narrow creek, wide creek, and when I just spin around, same deal. Wide creek where I've set up, and down the creek, down this way, the creek gets narrow again. So what does that mean? Obviously, when the creek's small, the water's flying through there, especially in flood. Even though the water's flying here, this section just opens up and releases a bit of pressure. In releasing that bit of pressure, and what I mean is the flow, it reduces the flow a little bit. What tends to happen is the gold that's travelling down the creek will get to a section like this and it'll drop out. And in a section like this, yes, the banks or the sides of the creek will have gold. And it's all going to depend now on, up this end, the creek is, inside bend is here. Okay, so the inside bend is up there. And on this side, the inside bend is on this side of the creek. But when it gets to an area like this, so it's coming down, it'll probably be sticking along this edge here and dropping out mainly in this section, but then at some stage crossing over the creek to hit around that corner and then also creating some more gold down there. A lot of people have dug there, and I've had a few cracks down there and not that much luck. This area, as I said, has always been about 2 feet. I've never seen it where I can walk in it with my gumboots. So that was the reason I've picked this area. Am I going to find some gold? Let's hope so. If not, I've had, you know, an hour and a half, maybe hour and 20 minutes of exercise. I am going to pack up now. I'm done, you know, like my day's done. I've got work this afternoon and I've got a few other things to do before I go to work. What I will do is I'll pull out the mat and we'll see if we can show you, I'll see if I can show you some colour. Just one other thing I suppose I'll just mention. The start of this video. Yep, I was joking about the marker. But what I wasn't joking about is people digging that fire track out. It's really not on. I don't care if you've been prospecting for a day, a year, 10 years, 100 years. Don't dig out the banks. Don't dig out the fire track. Just something's caught my eye. I might be able to. If I get to the right place. No, it's very camouflage. I think they've gone. There's a few little birds. Pretty colourful actually, but one of them was. The other two were pretty normal, but one of them had a really bright belly. Yeah, look, I'm not joking about the fire track. We don't want to get banned. We don't want the markers to move. We can enjoy this creek and get a little bit of gold and a little bit of fun, a bit of relaxation and some time to clear the mind. So, yeah, if you can, or if you do ever see anyone and you're down this way, there's a little bird. Ooh, going everywhere. There's my little friend. There he is jumping around, or one of them anyway. Yeah, if you see anyone doing the wrong thing down here, just be polite and say, oh, you know, guys, do you realise you're not allowed to do that? Or you shouldn't be doing that. I probably would have set up down the car park today if I hadn't seen that damage done down there. Because it's really embarrassing, I suppose. I find it embarrassing anyway, to be digging somewhere where someone's done the wrong thing and... you know, people walk past and go, look at this digger, look what he's doing, he's digging out a fire track. Even if you're 2 metres, 10 metres away, you know, you're going to be guilty by just being there. Alright, enough of that I suppose. I am, time to clean these mats out I suppose, and we'll see, oh, there we go. Alright, so as you can see, got the dream mat out. Now, just make sure I haven't, oh there is one speck there I think. There you go. A little bit of colour. Nothing over exciting. But gold is gold. I'm going to snuff that up, and now I'm going to do the expanded mesh and the minus moss in the hopper, and hopefully, as I said, if that's 15%, I'm hoping there's a hell of a lot of gold in that thing. I'm going to be showing you a reasonable amount of gold, but let's see what happens. Alright guys, I've done the miners moss. There's still a little bit of material just that's got underneath it, so I'll wash that down in a second. As you can see there, and up the top there's a little bit. So that's the gold that was there. Probably doesn't look like it's a lot more, or maybe even less than what I had before, but guess what? Those bits are a lot fatter, a lot chunkier. Especially that bit just there, if we can get it on focus. Bit reefy, that one. Probably weight wise, it probably is about, you know, maybe 70% more in weight. That's it, mate. Done. I'm going to pack up. Hope you have enjoyed it. New videos tend to run probably for, some people would say, way too long. Some people would say there's no point to your videos, but well, some people enjoy them. I enjoy them. I like watching my own shit. Seeing what stupid shit I'm doing, what stupid shit I'm talking about. I even get some tips from myself half the time if I actually listen to some of the stuff that I said. I might do better than I am on some occasions. Sometimes I'm talking about it and then not putting those things as well into practice. Rush, or you know, something catches your attention and changes your mind. Yeah, look, I will wash that stuff down. If there's any gold in there, I'll maybe show it. If there's not, I'll see you next time.